Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As we gather to bring Conventus 24 to a close, let's take a moment to reflect on this incredible 3-day journey. Across 12 summits, we have shared ideas, explored India's ambitious path to become a $7 trillion economy, and had the privilege of hearing from esteemed industry leaders who joined us, sharing invaluable insights and perspectives. On behalf of IMI New Delhi, I, Anwar, and my co-host Divya are thrilled to drive you through this closing ceremony. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed guests, respected faculty members, industry experts, and all the brilliant minds who made Conventus 24 a memorable experience.
A very good evening to everyone present. Over the past 3 days, Conventus 24 has showcased the strength of collaboration, emphasizing the power of unity between human talent and technology. Through 12 summits filled with engaging discussions, panels led by industry pioneers, and interactive sessions, we have explored new pathways to help realize India's $7 trillion dream. We are delighted to welcome our guest of honor, Mr. Raghu Selvam Nadar, Vice President of Digital Banking at Axis Bank. With over 15 years of experience in the digital banking and technology sector, Sir has held influential roles at prestigious organizations, including Axis Bank, City India, Quality Kiosk Technologies. His expertise spans IT service management and digital transformation, contributing significantly to advancements. Now, I request our General Secretary, Student Affairs, Ms. Anushka Pachauri, to present a token of appreciation to Sir. Ladies and gentlemen, now I request Mr. Raghu to address our gathering with his closing thoughts as we look forward to his invaluable insights. Now, please welcome Mr. Nadar to the stage.
Hey, hi, how are you? Tiring 3 days, right? And I think I've seen a lot of enthusiasm in the last 3 days among all you folks, okay? There was a lot of energy, there's a lot of things that's happening, there's a lot of games and fun and learning. So I hope that you got what you wanted out of this event. The 3 day that you spent, all the hard work that you spent, can you say that did you learn something new? Did you guys have a good time? And I'm sure that you guys are the ones who helped made this all possible, right? There is no event organizing staff that you hired, or there are no contribution from people who have done this many times before. It's all the students who have done this, right? So I think I should start my thank you ceremony by giving a huge round of applause to all of you guys who have made this possible. And so many eager faces, so many faces who are looking forward to learn something new. And I hope that I do justice to your time, because that's the most important aspect. And I hope genuinely that you guys are able to at least take one good takeaway from the 5 minutes or 10 minutes, whatever is allotted to me. Yeah. So all the best to me also. Okay, it's a huge responsibility. And I think I'm not new to these kind of responsibilities and pressure. The major reason being I graduated and started my career during the huge recession, the 2007 and 2008. You guys are lucky. I'd spoken to a lot of you folks in the last 2 days. Okay, a few names that I can remember: Jay, Rhythm, and few more. Okay. And I could sense a bit of uncertainty कि market ऐसा है, there is AI that's coming, हमारा क्या होगा? There is a rat race, right? Trust me, there is no rat race. Okay, it's a competitive world, and I'm sure all of you guys are very, very competitive. And as compared to the great recessions in the 2007, 8, 2014, you guys are really, really lucky. Okay, so whatever is out there, it is just enablement. It is just technology. They are not robos enabled with AI who are going to take away your job. Okay, so be mindful of that. and just make sure that you take that as an enablement and not as a challenge. Okay. I have a habit of writing down notes because there's a lot of thought that's running through my head, and sometimes because of so many thoughts, you end up not communicating the thing that you really wanted to communicate to the audience. So don't mind if I look down to take reference. Okay. So few of the companies that I've worked with, I think your colleagues already named them, but I also had the privilege to work with international companies like Dell, Microsoft, Ignify, which is now Hitachi Solutions. So my experience actually spans through a lot of different arenas, a lot of different industries. Okay. Once I passed out, I think it took me few years to understand what my true calling was. Okay. And I think that's going to be true for you also. Don't feel bad that if you don't find your true calling in a year or 2 years, it's just natural. We are all human. We will just grow into that. Okay. So don't put pressure on yourself कि मुझे पता नहीं मुझे क्या करना है. Right? पता लग जाएगा. बहुत बड़ी उम्र है. And everyone, I'm sure, will understand their true calling in the next 1 or 2 years. My true calling came to me as a person who would wanted to work really close on people, process, and technology. But unfortunately, I got this the other way around. I started with technology. I fell in love with process. And then finally, I realized that the main foundation for you to be a leader is people. Okay. And thus they call it as people, process, and technology. So make sure that the most important aspect for you when you go out there, when you deal with people, when you have vibrant teams working for you, you have to be a people person. Okay. You have to be a people leader and not a people manager. Okay. I think 2007 was a big leap. Okay. When I got my true calling to understand that I'm a people's person. That was my first role when I took over a team of around 40 odd people working under me, working with me, I'm so sorry, working with me. And after that, the actual push came in 2014 when the government of India launched ambitious projects like Digital India, launched ambitious project like Make in India. I think that was the true time when the whole digital transformation started taking place. Okay. So for generation of yours, I think a simple term of iPad is something that you can refer to. Okay, so for me, iPad is something where I stands for invest, P stands for plan, A stands for ambition, and D stands for discipline. Okay, so these are the magical words. I think if you try and imbibe some of these into your daily life, it will really do the wonders. Okay, and it will really help you in the long run. So invest. What is invest? Not about investing in the share market, not about that. Investing into yourself. Okay, invest yourself into materialistic things as well. You want to look good, right? You want to dress good. You want to make an impression. So don't shy away from investing into yourself, buying good clothes, buying good footwear, jewelry, watches, gadgets. Okay, invest on yourself. Invest on yourself in terms of learning. Okay, हमारे टाइम में एक कहावत था कि तुम्हारा the graduation at which you get hired, it is the same degree at which you also retire. Okay, hire and retire were same, hire equal to retire. Today is that the fact? There are disruptions happening continuously, right? So invest in learning, invest in certifications. Now there are so many tools. हमारे time पे when I decided to do my PMP, or even before that when I wanted to do my black belt in Six Sigma, it was a huge investment. You need to really do a lot of research and understand from people that who is the right guide. Today you have so many guides available right on YouTube. There are so many platforms that are giving and spending a lot on training intellect minds like yours, right? So invest in certifications, invest in learning, and also it is very important that you invest time for you. How do you invest time? Read a lot of books. They really make a difference. This generation, I think the generation for my kids would be much worse. We have a very low time or a very there's a very high screen time, but there's a very low time where you can try and understand what the opposite person is saying. Okay, so reading helps you to actually build that habit of patiently listening. All of you are here to be managers, right? One of the biggest trait for a manager is being a good listener. तुम अगर सामने वाले का नहीं सुनोगे तो तुम उसका पर्सपेक्टिव कभी समझोगे ही नहीं, राइट? बिकॉज पर्सपेक्टिव इज ऑलवेज रिलेटिव. You may say something, you mean it in a different way. Maybe when you are understanding me, you are understanding it in a completely different perspective, right? So reading helps you to focus. Okay, there are great books. Some of the books that helped me, two of them by Mr. Robin Sharma, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari and The Leader Who Had No Title. These are good books, okay, for people who are finishing their management studies and getting ready to go into the world. Okay, so the first aspect is invest. ठीक है, आप लोगों को टाइम इन्वेस्ट करना है, पैसा अपने आप पे इन्वेस्ट करना है, सर्टिफिकेशंस करो और अपने आप को एजुकेट करके मेक श्योर दैट यू आर पार्ट ऑफ द डिसरप्शन, बिकॉज डिसरप्शन इज हियर टू स्टे, राइट? द सेकेंड वन इज प्लान. iPad का सेकेंड इज द प्लान. सो प्लान एवरीथिंग फॉर योर सेल्फ. ठीक है, 3 categories of planning. The first is say tactical or the BAU, business as usual. What does that mean? कि मुझे what do I need to get the work done? You will be working, right? So it is your moral responsibility to be true to your work. Okay, sometimes it may happen that you're not passionate about it, but does that give you the excuse that you cannot or you should not do justice to your work? It is not at all an excuse. Okay, so the first part of the planning is being operational and thinking about the immediate and thinking about how do I get my current work done. The second aspect is going to be tactical. It is going to be a little more far-sighted. Okay, think about, like, a good example can be how do I get promoted? How do I land into a job which gives me the salary that I want, right? These don't have to be a 3-year plan. तुम 3 साल तक सपना नहीं देखोगे ना कि मुझे उतनी सैलरी चाहिए. हम लोगों को 1 साल में अचीव करना है. So that's a tactical planning where you invest short-term plans and action items so that you get what you desire. And the final part of the planning is strategic, which can be a 3-year or a 5-year plan, right? About, say, every one of you, I'm sure, will have an aspiration of being an entrepreneur, right? So think about how will I do something which is going to enable me to give back to the society. Why do you want to be an entrepreneur? So that you can give back to the society, right? So make sure that you plan accordingly so that it's easy for you to make sure that you give back to the society and contribute to the economy, contribute to people getting jobs, okay, contribute to your employees being able to educate their kids so that they are able to attend prestigious institutes like these, right? That's a big target that you guys should hold for yourself. The next is ambition. Okay, you should be ambitious. Okay, you have to be always thinking about the final mission that you want to achieve in your life. Thinking about, if I want to start a company, if I want to be part of a startup, okay, that's going to be the ambition, and all the karma that you're doing, all the hard work that you're doing has to be focused towards how you are going to reach or meet your ambition. All right. In the past few years, I think the baseline has also shifted. Previously, the baseline for companies were more towards profitability. But today, that is not true. It's basically 3 pillars now. It is profitability. It is about CSR initiatives, about how you are giving back to Mother Earth, giving back to the society, and also about the carbon footprint. Okay, carbon footprint now plays a really big role, and there is a huge market that's going to be opened up. Now, I'm not sure whether you guys are aware that a lot of farmers on the northern side of India are also entitled to get some carbon credits. That's one of the way in which governments are trying to stop the stubble burning. So the farmers are said that, okay, you give your stubble or any farming waste to a certain organization and they will process it for you and you get carbon credits which can be converted into money. Okay, so carbon footprint is a very big initiative, and I think you should always keep your eyes open about anything that is happening towards green energy, right? Because we are still scratching at the tip of the iceberg, right? There are so many companies that are into solar energy, renewable energy. So that is a very, very big area of focus where leaders like you can shine and meet your aspirational goals. Yeah. You always have to be ready to, you have to be tirelessly working to make sure that you reach that mission that you've kept for yourself. There are a few sayings from Mr. Abdul Kalam. If you want to shine like a sun, first burn like one. Right? It's a very famous saying. So you don't get things very easily. You have to really work hard towards that. One more quote in the similar line by Mr. Kalam himself. It's climbing to the top requires strength, whether it is the top of Mount Everest or whether it is to the top of your career. Right? So you have to always make sure that you're learning and continuously empowering yourself so that you are able to reach the mission or the goal that you've set for yourself. But the very important thing is being humble to the people or the teams that you're working with. Now, just a few questions. I know what the answers are going to be, but would you like, if you are ever given only one chance, so there is a project that you guys are working on, and for some reason that project is a failure. Would you like that you are only given that one chance and being judged basis on the success of that project alone? No, right? Because that's a failure for you, right? And obviously failures are learnings, and you would want a manager or a person who gives you more opportunities, gives you areas to prove yourself, okay, and to correct your mistakes. Similarly, I don't think you would ever like to work under someone who is very negative and who is a little toxic in nature. Would you guys like to work with someone like that? No, right? So there's a very important saying by Mr. Gandhi that be the change that you wish to see, right? So if you expect your managers to treat you well, if you expect not to be judged basis only the failures, and if you are expected to always give second chance, then it is the same thing that you should be doing to your teams and your team members as well. This is a very important mantra, and I think you should all remember that. Okay, do not judge people immediately, and everyone is talented, so please give them those opportunities. The last one is discipline. Okay, there's a saying that man by nature is very raw. Okay, and he needs to build in discipline for himself. Okay, there's a very famous writer, Mr. Jim Brown, who says success is nothing more than a few simple discipline practiced every day, right? So you may have goals, you may have targets for yourself, you may have aspirations, but trust me, when you don't have discipline, ये चीजें आप achieve नहीं कर पाओगे आसानी से, right? फाइनली आप इन गोल्स को तभी अचीव कर पाओगे जब आपके लाइफ में थोड़ा डिसिप्लिन आएगा, करेक्ट? आई थिंक आप लोग वही जनरेशन के हो ना जिन्होंने डेक्स्टर्स लेबोरेटरी या पावर पफ गर्ल्स देखा होगा? कितनों ने देखा है पावर पफ गर्ल्स? सुपर्ब. सो डिसिप्लिन बेसिकली इज द केमिकल एक्स. It is the secret ingredient in your life, right? So make sure that you are disciplined. Okay, discipline in a very simple way will also mean taking an hour out for yourself and going to the gym, right? And trust me, it's very difficult. Everyone makes those resolutions every year, and I'm sure that it's very tough to keep, but that is what discipline teaches you. Just make sure that तुमने जो भी अपने लिए सोचा है उसको तुम्हें कैसे भी करना है, right? So make sure that the chemical X is there in your life, and you make use of the secret ingredient in the most effective way. Yeah. Now coming to the next point about a lot of worry about हम क्या कर सकते हैं. अभी Gen AI आ चुका है, and things are being automated to a very high extent, and maybe these are the things that are going to take away our jobs. Okay. This has been the trend for a very long time, right? From the time when ERP was introduced. ERP was also supposed to take away jobs. Unfortunately, it did not. After that came automation. It was supposed to take away more jobs. Unfortunately, it did not. Then came robotics. It was supposed to take away job. Data entry operators were crazy. अभी robotic process automation आ चुका है, मेरा तो काम खत्म हो गया. Now those data entry operators are now data analysts. That just helped them upskill. Then came AI and now Gen AI, right? So as I said at the start of my address, all of these are enablers for you. ये आपके दुश्मन नहीं है, ये आपके enablers हैं. Make sure that आप इनको जानो. And it is very important that if not you be a king of that, you at least be a jack of all. Right? ऐसा कोई ज़रूरी नहीं है. मैं Gen AI पे कोड तो नहीं कर सकता ना. You as managers are not expected to write codes. You are supposed to understand it. And the most important part is you know what is the question that you need to ask. सामने वाला एक वेंडर आ गया, उसने आपको अपना प्रोडक्ट पिच किया, बहुत बड़ी बड़ी बातें बताई, और तुम अगर सिर्फ साइलेंटली सुनोगे तो यार देयर इज नो फन इन दैट. योर माइंड इज इंट्यूटिव, so make sure that you ask a lot of questions, right? So it is very important that you know the topic so that you can ask the right questions to the people that you're dealing with. It is true for your teams also. When you in few years I'm sure will be taking appraisals and performance reviews of your colleagues. I think many of you are also experienced, right? So have you ever gone through that tiresome process of appraisals? Did you like it? No? Did you like it? No? Okay, so that's a bad impression that someone has created on you, right? So make sure that you don't do that with people. Yeah, always talk about their strengths, their areas of improvement. Put it in a very subtle way. It's like a sandwich, right? अच्छा बोलो, थोड़ा सा बुरा बोलो, और अच्छा बोलो, और उसके बाद उसको खिलाओ. I'm sure it will taste better rather than just giving him a very dangerous pill and saying that ये तूने ये गलत किया, तूने ये गलत किया. I'm sorry for these two ladies that इन लोगों का वो lasting impression हो चुका है, right? And that is how bad that pill is, right? So make sure that मीठी बोलियाँ is very important, right? So the way that you speak, the way that you address others, it really matters to the opposite person. And that creates an impact for him in some way or the other. Maybe short term, maybe long term, right? So मीठी बोलियाँ हमेशा याद रखना अपने लिए. Yeah. Now again, just the last 2-3 minutes. So now Gen AI and everything is out of question. They are our enablers. तो तुम लोगों को अभी उससे डरने का ज़रूरत नहीं है, बराबर? Now let me ask you a statistical question. Do you know how much does India contribute to the world's digital payment? Any guesses? तुक्के मार लो, जुगाड़. 80%. उतना नहीं है. I'm talking about the global digital payments में इंडिया कितना contribute कर रहा है? I'm very close. ठीक है, we are somewhere in the range of 45 to 48%, which is huge. मतलब there are so many countries in the world and one country almost dominating almost 50% of the payment. It is huge. But do you know what is the penetration of digital banking within the population of India? हम globally 50% contribute कर रहे हैं भाई. बहुत बड़ा काम किया हमने. लेकिन हमारी पॉपुलेशन में व्हाट इज द पेनिट्रेशन ऑफ डिजिटल बैंकिंग? It is 38%, 35 to 38%. Okay, as per the very recent report that RBI has released. Insurance is a very important thing. Everyone agrees. किसी ने इंश्योरेंस निकाला अपना? आपने निकाला है? नहीं, आपने सर हिलाया था. आप जो पीछे देख रहे हो. You took insurance? है ना? Okay, so out of this crowd of around 110 people, there's one person who has taken insurance, right? And age is a factor, but trust me, अगर मैं उन लोगों, and most of you were working previously, right? अगर आपने काम किया है तो यार इंश्योरेंस तो लेना चाहिए. Do you know what is the penetration of insurance for the population in India? है? 0? 3%. Very close. ठीक है? So that is the penetration of insurance. Now you can just imagine 38% of the population enabled on digital banking and 3.76% as per IRDIA, that is the penetration of insurance. अब उसमें भी बहुत एक wonderful figure है that 2.82% is life insurance and 0.94 is term insurance. मतलब हम अपने loved ones के बारे में सोच ही नहीं रहे हैं. So what I'm coming to is that there is such a huge market that has to be tapped, right? हमारा थीम क्या है? 7 ट्रिलियन पहुंचना है अपने को. वी आर ऑलमोस्ट एट 5 ट्रिलियन एंड हमारा जो अनटैप्ड कैपेबिलिटी है दैट इज 60% मोर. तो वैसे ही हम 10 ट्रिलियन का तो टारगेट लेके ही जा सकते हैं ना. तो 7 ट्रिलियन इज समथिंग वेरी इजी. सो वाई आई एम सेइंग दिस इज देर इज अ लॉट ऑफ वर्क ऑन द डिजिटल स्पेस. ठीक है, देर आर न्यूअर टेक्नोलॉजीज दैट आर कमिंग. Anyone here who has heard about CBDCs? Great. You have heard? Okay. Very less people, but CBDC means Central Bank Digital Currency. हम UPI करते हैं, we do NEFTs, IMPSs. They are all a channel, a form of fund transfer. CBDC on the other hand, it is actual imitation of a physical currency. Right, we are going green in terms of not minting notes. Now notes will be minted digitally. You will get a serial number and everything. तुम्हारा एक वॉलेट होगा, उस वॉलेट में तुम्हारे नोट होंगे, छुट्टे पैसे होंगे, 50 पैसा, 1 रुपया. ठीक है, that is what CBDC is. CBDC works on blockchain. Wonderful. The whole world is moving towards CBDC. China has already implemented. Okay, a lot of countries in Africa have implemented. ठीक है, सऊदी इंप्लीमेंट कर रहा है, यूरोपियन कंट्रीज इंप्लीमेंट कर रही है. नाउ जस्ट थिंक अबाउट दैट, देर इज अ कॉमन बैंकिंग प्लेटफॉर्म. ठीक है, वर्किंग ऑन ब्लॉकचेन. एवरी कंट्री इज फोकसिंग टुवर्ड्स CBDC. व्हाट डू यू थिंक विल बी द बिगेस्ट यूज केस फॉर CBDC? हम भी CBDC कर रहे हैं, दुनिया भी CBDC कर रही है. व्हाट विल बी द बिगेस्ट यूज केस? वन गेस. कम ऑन, तुम लोग सब, यू आर सपोज टू बी साउंड फाइनेंशियली. यस, yeah, that's a byproduct. लेकिन जो very close, but what is the biggest use case that it can achieve? Something that I have, something that other countries have. Trade, universal acceptance, forex, right? आज तुम forex जब कर रहे हो, there is so much charges that you have to pay. Okay, it is not as fast as a IMPS or anything. Right? So cross-border trade is going to open up like anything using CBDCs. Right? So that is where technology is heading, and we are still at the tip of the iceberg. Right? CBDCs are bringing in wonderful use cases. अभी आप समझो आपके ड्राइवर को you have to give him 2,000 रुपये to fuel up the car. आज हम क्या करते हैं? हम उसको 2,000 रुपये ट्रांसफ़र कर देते हैं या 2,000 रुपये कैश दे देते हैं. अब उसने उसमें से जाके समझो 1,800 का फ्यूल भरा, 200 रुपये उसने रख लिए. ठीक है, ये सारी जो प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, ये PCBDC, देर इज़ अ फंडामेंटल नोन एज प्रोग्रामेबल डिजिटल करेंसी. व्हाट इट डज इज आई कैन गिव यू मनी एंड से दैट दिस मनी कैन ओनली बी यूज्ड फॉर दिस केस. It can only be used at fuel pumps. It can only be used at colleges. It can only be used at this particular merchant. Right? So that is where technology is evolving. And there are so many such wonderful use cases that are coming up. Okay? So the point over here where I spoke about the penetration and all is that market अभी बहुत बड़ा है. Market में बहुत सारे opportunities आते रहेंगे. Right? And when and if you are interested in digital transformation, I think that's a wonderful career that you can choose for yourself, right? And at least for the next 10 to 15 years, this industry is only going to be blooming. Okay, so all you people who have a knack for design thinking, think about digital as one of the options, right? There are wonderful projects that you can work on. My team goes to an extreme of trying to design an app which can be operated in only one hand. क्योंकि वो भी प्रॉब्लम है, हम दो हाथ नहीं यूज करना चाहेंगे. Why do I use my two hands? While riding, I obviously use my phone, ना. ये तो अभी कॉमन है, राइट? Most of you do that, right? Riding and doing work on the phone. सभी करते हैं यार. So डिजिटल टीम में जो काम करते हैं, they are also thinking about designing apps which can be used in only one hand. दूसरा हाथ यूज करने का जरूरत ही नहीं है, right? So it's a wonderful place. And the policies also are aligned. We spoke about the Digital India, Make in India and all of that. Okay. Now, there is a lot of policies that the government are undertaking, like the Gati Shakti. The disruption happened, you know, when Jio was introduced. सबको free data 6 महीने के लिए. उसके पहले data was expensive, right? मैं जब भी roaming करता था तो मेरा data बंद करता था. ठीक है, मैं बहुत हैवी गेम्स नहीं खेल पाता था, मैं अपने ऐप्स को अपडेट नहीं करता था, मैं आईफोन 4 के टाइम से यूज़ करता हूँ लेकिन डेटा के मामले में चिंदी था। लेकिन जब से मोटा भाई ने बोला कि डेटा 6 महीने के लिए फ्री है, सबने डेटा को मजबूत यूज़ किया, बराबर। एंड दैट हैज ऑल्सो गिवन राइज टू सो मेनी न्यू वेज दैट पीपल आर अर्निंग। इन्फ्लुएंसर्स, राइट, इन्फ्लुएंसर्स अभी इतना कमा रहे हैं, दे केम आउट ऑफ दैट डेटा रेवोल्यूशन ओनली. So similarly, government of India is also thinking about Gati Shakti, where all the villages, the entire map of India is going to be connected through fiber optics. Fast and reliable internet is going to be a thing similar to electricity that has reached every corner of this country, right? There are Unified Logistic Interface Platform, ULIP, okay, jahan pe it's a single window where the governments of various states or industrialists, they can use that platform to take away those bureaucracy, you know. So that is also a positive step. There is a PM Vishwakarma and many other digital initiatives like this. So PM Vishwakarma helps people with skills like a carpenter to take loans. पहले वो नहीं मिलता था. Right, you can imagine a carpenter going to the bank, he doesn't even have a bank account, right? आधार के बाद एक बैंक अकाउंट उससे बनवाया गया लेकिन he doesn't even remember the password, account number याद नहीं है, कुछ याद नहीं है. But the PM Vishwakarma helps people with skills to get loans. I think recently अभी महाराष्ट्र में इलेक्शन भी होने वाला है, लाड़की बहन, where money is being given to all the ladies to empower them. Similarly, there is a Subhadra Yojana in Odisha, right? So all of these are positive indications which are going to empower people, okay? I think we've covered almost everything, and the final thought that I would want to leave you guys with is that you have to always remember a few things. So remember to be humble, ताकि आपके जो मैनेजर्स ने आपके ऊपर इम्पैक्ट किया है वो आप आपके कलीग्स पे ना कर सको. यू हैव टू बी इंस्पिरेशनल, यू हैव टू मेक श्योर दैट यू आर एबल टू इंस्पायर समवन. इट्स अ ह्यूज थिंग, ठीक है. इंस्पिरेशन इन द फॉर्म ऑफ एजुकेशन, इंस्पिरेशन इन अ फॉर्म ऑफ हेल्प, इंस्पिरेशन इन अ फॉर्म ऑफ गेटिंग समवन प्लेस्ड, ठीक है. सो बी अ इंस्पिरेशनल फिगर. यू हैव टू ऑलवेज रिमेंबर टू बी हंग्री फॉर नॉलेज, ठीक है. जस्ट कीप ऑन updating yourself in terms of all the latest that is there in the market, and you have to be compliant to the core values of the company that you work and the policy statement of the company, because that is very important. Without rules, sometimes it becomes it's not a fair game to play, right? So you have to be always compliant and always remember to remember the core values of the company that you work for. And if you ever form a company, have a core value created for that, okay? So these are some of the points that I wanted to talk about, and I hope I was able to give you at least one thing that you can take away and remember this session for. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir, for those inspiring words. Your guidance motivates us to keep pushing forward with passion and dedication. Next, I would like to invite our General Secretary, Events and Societies, Mr. Satwik Jain, to share a few words on this milestone event.
Good evening, everyone. I hope I'm audible. So I know everybody is a bit tired, so I won't take a lot of time. Just a few things I wanted to say. So as we draw to a close for this remarkable edition of Conventus 24, our 13th annual management conclave, it is my honor as the General Secretary of Events and Societies to address this assembly of visionary minds. This conclave has exemplified not just a meaning of ideas, but a transformative journey, or that has united us all in a shared pursuit of redefining the business ventures of tomorrow. Conventus was not just an academic exercise. I feel it was more of a platform to know more things about the real world. The engagement with each session sparked fresh perspectives on some of the most pressing challenges and emerging opportunities in the business world. The sub-themes this year focused more on the real-world challenges as well as gaining more and more insights in the real world and the practical experience of it, and envisioning how we can achieve the $7 trillion target. As our guest of honor, Mr. Nada mentioned, that the target of $7 trillion economy is not a very higher target, it's very achievable. It is, but the question is how we reach there. So throughout, I would say that it was a privilege witnessing the fusion that we had of the perspectives, the industry leaders that came to the sessions, the academic experts that gave us the unique lens to identify our collective ambition. This convergence of thought not just left us with notes, but tools. Tools that will guide our decisions in boardrooms, startups, and social enterprises and beyond. So on behalf of the Student Council, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all our esteemed speakers, panelists, and guests for their time, insights, and inspiration. Your presence was at Conventus 24 has provided us with knowledge drawn upon our professional journeys. A special thank you to the organizing student bodies whose dedication has brought together this seamless and impactful event. And to each attendee, your enthusiasm and curiosity have been the very lifeblood of this event. So I would like to thank you all, and I would like to look forward to witness the great strides we will make together in the years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Satvik, for your words. We would now invite the Secretary of Branding and Media Relations Committee, Mr. Dibbo Shorkar, to address the gathering.
Thank you. Welcome all. Good evening, honorable guests, and good evening, IMites. So, Conventus in Latin, which means coming together, we can look at it from two perspectives. The first one would be the conventional one, that what we actually wanted to convey. That is your educational nourishment with bridging with all the industrial knowledge that the stalwarts bringing them within. And the second perspective, that would be the coming together. And that is exactly basically what we have been doing for the last 3 days. The whole IMI, the whole fraternity, we all come together to make something that is way, way, way bigger than us. And I think it is not possible without the unwavering dedication and diligent hard work from all the corners of IMI. So I'd like to thank all the teaching and non-teaching staff of IMI. Then again, starting from the security guards to the mess of to the staff of the Sodexo in mess. And now coming for this year's theme, I think we should take a step back and we should reflect on the last year's. And last year we re-emerged fully offline after a hiatus of 3 years. And before that, we are only focused on how to establish ourselves through the points of parity. And we use themes like Rapt, Vani, Buka. And after that, last year when we actually re-emerged offline, we completed a full circle with IMI at the center of it. And this year, with this very unique and thoughtful theme that we came up with, all the student bodies, I think we just started to dream a bit. And the dream was to create a sphere around that circle. And I hope that we have been successful to create the pillars of that sphere. And we'll be handing over the legacy to you, and you'll be the ones to complete the sphere. And also, it was a very unique and peculiar theme. And I just hope that all the honorable guests who have garnered these seats for the last 3 years, for at least a fraction of a second in the back of their mind, they have thought that it was that 1.5 hour, it was worth spending their time. And for you guys, I hope that you have gained something substantial that you can brag about outside this campus. Now, again, let's get back and talk about the unwavering dedication and contribution you guys have made. And often that constant work in the back end gets overshadowed by this massive grandeur of forefront show that we only put up. So in a way, I'm kind of grateful to this valedictory session to give me the platform to actually dedicate and acknowledge the person, the people, and the contribution that has been the most at the end of the day. So I'd like to thank all the participating and organizing student bodies, mainly Student Council. I'd also like to thank Mr. Sandeep Kumar Yadav, Head of Admissions Marketing and Branding, Ms. Farhana Newman. Finally, I'd like to thank my entire team of Branding and Media Relations Committee to successfully executing, presenting the whole Conventus as well as IMI to the outer world, and very beautifully promoting it inside the campus in front of the speakers. I guess small round of applause are in order. Thank you. That is my speech.
Now, to express our heartfelt gratitude to everyone who contributed to Conventus 24, we would now invite the President of the Student Council, Mr. Yogesh, and General Secretary, Student Affairs, Ms. Anushka Pachauri, to deliver a vote of thanks.
So, hello, am I audible? So, I won't take up much of your time. So, first of all, I would like to thank all the students, all the student bodies, all the clubs, committees, because I don't think without you guys it would have been able to achieve such a big event. So, I think kudos to you all. All just a final thought that, as Chief Guest told rightly, that strike the iron when it's hot. So this is the process that you have to undergo. It's something that would obviously transform you into a better person. Second would be empathy. As seniors, we have seen certain changes. As juniors, you will feel a bit toxic. We do understand that. But still, change is necessary. Stay focused. We are here for your help. And thank you all for coming together as one name as IMI. Thank you.
I believe I need to address the crowd more formally now. So a special thanks from all of us to our Director General, Dr. Himadri Das, the Dean Academics, Dr. Sonu Goyal, our Registrar and CAO, Mr. Rajendra Singh, Head of Admissions, Marketing and Alumni Relations, Mr. Sandeep Yadav, Head of Career Services, Mr. Amit Abrol, Head of Career Services Delhi Campus, Ms. Vibha Kumar, all distinguished faculty members, Dinesh Sir, Seema Ma'am, Pankaj Sir and staff who have provided their unended guidance and encouragement. This event would not have been possible without your unwavering support and dedication to excellence, which drives us all to achieve greater heights. To our Executive Council who are sitting on the white sofas and all the volunteers who have helped us, I'm truly proud of each one of you. The months of planning, coordination, and countless hours of hard work you put into making this event a success is a testament to your passion and commitment. You have shown what it means to work as a team, and today's event is a reflection of your dedication. A special thanks to Branding and Media Relations Committee for their relentless efforts to make this a resounding success, and to all the student bodies conducting summits, Club Jagriti, HR Club, Marketing Club, Academics Committee, Finance Club, Operations Club, Entrepreneurship Club, Consulting and Strategy Club, Economics Club, Center for Women's Leadership, Residential Affairs Committee, Information Management and Analytics Club. Thank you for your tireless efforts and commitment. Again, I would take a special mention to Culture and Event Management Club for organizing and executing Conventus Nights, and the Sports Club for helping us ensure the seamless execution of the event. My heartfelt gratitude goes to Corporate Relations Committee for facilitating vital external support and connections. And finally, to our students, thank you for your enthusiastic involvement and support. Your energy and engagement are the heartbeat of Conventus, and your presence makes this event one we look forward to every year. Let's carry forward this incredible memories, learnings, and the legacy of Conventus 24 with pride and excitement for what lies ahead. Thank you once again for making this event a tremendous success.
Thank you, Yogesh and Anushka.
With that, we officially bring Conventus to a close. It has been an honor to witness the knowledge, innovation, and collaboration shared across these 12 summits. With insights from the industry's finest mind, this experience will undoubtedly fuel our ambitions moving forward. We would like to express our heartfelt thanks to all our guests, speakers, professors, students, and staff for making this event a resounding success. Thank you all for your participation, enthusiasm, and energy. Over these past 3 days, we hope you leave today with new insights, inspiration, and connections that will continue to thrive.
We would like to thank our title sponsor, NHPC, a Navratna company. Let's have a glimpse of the 50 years legacy of NHPC.
हिमालय की शांत घाटियों से लेकर भारत के जीवंत शहरों तक एक अदृश्य धारा बहती है। ये है प्रगति की ऊर्जा, जिसे संजोकर आगे बढ़ाने में जुटी है एनएचपीसी। देश के स्वच्छ भविष्य को आकार देने में कंपनी के निपुण हाथों, बुद्धिमत्ता और कौशल का योगदान रहा है। ये गाथा है एनएचपीसी लिमिटेड की। भारत की सबसे बड़ी जल विद्युत कंपनी, जो अपने 50 वर्षों के समर्पण और निष्ठा के साथ राष्ट्र के सतत निर्माण की राह पर निरंतर बढ़ रही है। ये विलक्षण कथा 1975 में शुरू हुई, जब एनएचपीसी का जन्म एक स्पष्ट और गहन उद्देश्य के साथ हुआ: जल की अपार शक्ति का देश के लिए दोहन करना और इसे ऊर्जा के एक स्थायी स्रोत में बदलना। तब इस कंपनी को नेशनल हाइड्रो इलेक्ट्रिक पावर कॉरपोरेशन के नाम से जाना जाता था। अपने शुरुआती वर्षों में एनएचपीसी ने हिमाचल प्रदेश में बैरासियूर, मणिपुर में लोकतक और जम्मू और कश्मीर में सलाल जैसी परियोजनाओं को अपने कुशल हाथों में लिया, और इस तरह जल के प्रवाह से विद्युत बनने की विरासत की शुरुआत हुई। ये सिर्फ परियोजनाएं नहीं थीं, ये वो आधारशिला थी जिस पर भारत का ऊर्जा भविष्य निर्मित होने वाला था। एनएचपीसी के इंजीनियरों ने हिमालय की चुनौतीपूर्ण पहाड़ियों पर बहादुरी से काम किया और साबित कर दिखाया कि दृढ़ संकल्प और लगन के साथ किसी भी चुनौती पर विजय प्राप्त करना असंभव नहीं है। 1982 तक एनएचपीसी ने केवल बिजली उत्पादन ही नहीं बल्कि लाभ कमाना भी शुरू कर दिया था। आज एनएचपीसी भारत की सबसे बड़ी जल विद्युत कंपनी के रूप में स्थापित है और 100% ग्रीन पावर उत्पादन करने का उसका प्रण और भी मजबूत हो गया है।
वर्तमान में एनएचपीसी के पास 28 पावर स्टेशन है और 7,200 मेगावाट से अधिक की संस्थापित क्षमता है।
हर मेगावाट ऊर्जा भारत के उज्जवल और हरित भविष्य की दिशा में एक कदम है। 2009 में बॉम्बे स्टॉक एक्सचेंज और नेशनल स्टॉक एक्सचेंज में सूचीबद्ध होने के साथ ही एनएचपीसी ने एक ऐतिहासिक कदम उठाया। 6,000 करोड़ रुपए के आईपीओ ने कंपनी की वित्तीय स्थिरता को मजबूत किया। जैसे जैसे समय बीता, मेहनत और लगन से अगस्त 2024 में एनएचपीसी को एक प्रतिष्ठित नवरत्न कंपनी बनने का सम्मान प्राप्त हुआ और अब अपने सतत प्रयासों से ये कंपनी महारत्न बनने की ओर अग्रसर है। आज एनएचपीसी दिबांग और सुबनसिरी जैसी विशाल परियोजनाओं के साथ जल विद्युत ऊर्जा में नए कीर्तिमान स्थापित कर रही है। 2000 मेगावाट की सुबनसिरी लोअर परियोजना और 2880 मेगावाट की दिबांग परियोजना न केवल इंजीनियरिंग के अद्वितीय उदाहरण हैं, बल्कि देश की ऊर्जा आत्मनिर्भरता के पथ पर मील के पत्थर हैं। एनएचपीसी देश की लगभग 66% निर्माणाधीन जल विद्युत परियोजनाओं का निर्माण कर रही है, जो दर्शाता है कि कंपनी राष्ट्र निर्माण में एक अग्रणी भूमिका निभा रही है। जल विद्युत ऊर्जा का एक स्वच्छ और नवीकरणीय स्रोत है, जो कार्बन न्यूट्रल फ्यूचर की ओर हमारी यात्रा के लिए महत्वपूर्ण है। कम कार्बन फुटप्रिंट के साथ विश्वसनीय बिजली प्रदान करके एनएचपीसी भारत के एनर्जी ट्रांजिशन में एक महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभाती है और साथ ही 100% ग्रीन एनर्जी का उत्पादन कर ये देश के कर्मठ नायकों के संकल्प को बल देती है।
भारत रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी रिसोर्सेज में जितना कमांडिंग पोजीशन में होगा, उतना ही बड़ा बदलाव वो पूरे विश्व में ला सकता है।
लेकिन एनएचपीसी का योगदान केवल विद्युत उत्पादन तक सीमित नहीं है। एनएचपीसी सीएसआर के तहत विभिन्न विकासात्मक कार्य करके देश के सुदूर क्षेत्रों में सामाजिक आर्थिक विकास को भी गति प्रदान कर रही है। एनएचपीसी की कर्मभूमि भारत की सीमाओं से परे भी फैली हुई है। भूटान, नेपाल में परियोजनाओं और दुनिया भर में साझेदारी के साथ एनएचपीसी दुनिया के साथ ऊर्जा समाधान साझा करने में लगी है। कंपनी की परामर्श सेवाओं ने जल विद्युत इंजीनियरिंग में नए मानक स्थापित किए हैं, जिससे कंपनी को वैश्विक स्तर की प्रतिष्ठा मिली है। जल विद्युत के साथ ही एनएचपीसी अब सौर ऊर्जा, पवन ऊर्जा और ग्रीन हाइड्रोजन के क्षेत्र में भी नए क्षितिज तलाश रही है। लेटेस्ट जियोलॉजिकल और जियो टेक्निकल स्टडीज से लेकर उन्नत निर्माण तकनीकों तक कंपनी की विशेषज्ञता ये सुनिश्चित करती है कि हर परियोजना एक सस्टेनेबल फ्यूचर की कारक बने। कंपनी का लक्ष्य 2029 तक अपनी क्षमता को दोगुना करना है और 2047 तक विद्युत उत्पादन को 50,000 मेगावाट तक बढ़ाना है। वो दिन दूर नहीं जब एनएचपीसी विश्व पटल पर नवीकरणीय ऊर्जा के क्षेत्र में अग्रणी कंपनी होगी।
एनएचपीसी का अपने स्वर्णिम 50वें वर्ष में प्रवेश करना और नवरत्न का दर्जा हासिल करना जितना महत्वपूर्ण है, उतना ही महत्वपूर्ण है एनएचपीसी का निरंतर प्रगति पथ पर अग्रसित होते रहना। इस उपलब्धि का सबसे अधिक श्रेय यदि किसी को जाता है तो वह हैं एनएचपीसी के सेवानिवृत्त और वर्तमान कार्मिक। एनएचपीसी के कार्मिक कठिन परिस्थितियों में अपने परिवार से दूर रहकर पूरी कर्तव्यनिष्ठा के साथ एनएचपीसी की विकास यात्रा में अपना योगदान दे रहे हैं। अब जब एनएचपीसी अपने स्वर्णिम 50वें वर्ष में प्रवेश कर रही है, मैं सभी सेवानिवृत्त और वर्तमान कार्मिकों एवं विशेषकर उनके परिवार के सदस्यों के प्रति अपना आभार प्रकट करता हूं, क्योंकि उनके समर्पण एवं एनएचपीसी के प्रति उनकी उत्कृष्ट भावना के फलस्वरूप ही एनएचपीसी आज इस मुकाम पर पहुंच पाई है। मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि अपने कार्मिकों के कठिन परिश्रम और सहयोग के बल पर एनएचपीसी शीघ्र ही महारत्न कंपनी बनने के अपने सपने को भी साकार करेगी। एनएचपीसी को इस स्वर्णिम यात्रा में सहयोग देने के लिए सभी को धन्यवाद और शुभकामनाएं।
एनएचपीसी अपने स्वर्ण जयंती वर्ष में प्रवेश कर चुकी है। एनएचपीसी के समर्पण और अटूट प्रतिबद्धता ने कंपनी को आज उस मुकाम पर पहुंचाया है जहां वो राष्ट्रीय गौरव का चिन्ह, स्थिरता का प्रतीक और सपनों की संरक्षक बनकर उभरी है। एनएचपीसी केवल एक विद्युत कंपनी नहीं, एक राष्ट्र निर्माता है। एनएचपीसी निरंतर आगे बढ़ रही है, वर्तमान को शक्ति दे रही है और भारत के भविष्य को अविरल ऊर्जा।
Now, I request President of Student Council, Mr. Yogesh, to felicitate our guest of honor, Mr. Rahul Nadar.
Now, I would like to request the members of Executive Council to step on the stage for a group photograph.
So I request Rahul sir to please proceed to the BOC room for high tea and refreshment. We would also like to thank our sponsors, UTI Mutual Fund, our investor education partner, Abros Play Big, our sports shoe partner, Havish M Consulting, our valued sponsor, Piau, our sustainable hydration partner, RP Sanjeev Goenka Group, our co-sponsor, AdSat, our event sponsor, Key Properties and Phoenix Global, our valued sponsors, Business Standard, our print media partner, PETA India, our animal welfare partner, Red FM 93.5, our radio partner, Redon, our bath and kitchen partner, Decathlon, our athleisure partner, White Heaven, our entertainment partner, and lastly, Bank of Baroda, our summit sponsor. Thank you for unwavering support and commitment, which played a pivotal role in Conventus 24's success. We truly appreciate your work.
To everyone who played a
Now, I request Mr. Satvik Jain to present a token of appreciation to the co-convener of Corporate Relations Committee. Next, I would like to invite the representative of Branding and Media Relations Committee. Now I request Mr. Rohit to present the token of appreciation to the Finance Club. The Marketing Club. Club Jagriti. Information Management and Analytics Club. Culture and Event Management Cell. Sports Club. Now I request Ms. Anushka Pachauri to present the token of appreciation to the Residential Affairs Committee. Center for Women's Leadership.
To everyone who played a role in making Conventus 24 a success, thank you for your passion, creativity, and commitment. This event would not have been the same without you all.
Thank you once again for being the part of Conventus 24. This is Anwar.
And Divya signing off.
You can start leaving. Attendance का attendance QR है. Stay seated.
Everybody who's here are supposed to provide their roll numbers for attendance. So wait for a minute or two. From the last